7 maps.
It's a game that's built to last for years to come.
So we have just had some tragic news. This news is worse than when Mr. Dalek JD at age 23 had a Fortnite cake. So yes, this news is more tragic than you not subscribing to my channel, so subscribe. Yeah, this is about as tragic as that time that we learned about for Black Ops Pass, and it kind of sucks. It kind of sucks. So like I said earlier, 7 new maps, and it does kind of suck because in my last video I was talking about how pretty much all the news that we're getting for Black Ops 4 is all amazing, like so much good things that is happening right now, but then this kind of sticks out like a baboon's ass, I don't know. So Lord Vonderhaar the other day said that the amount of multiplayer maps is already public knowledge. We already know how much maps there's going to be, so I am just hoping that either he said something wrong or we are misinterpreting what he's saying, but lads, it looks like 7 new maps, and then of course for 4 Back in Black maps is that what we're calling them. So 11 maps is better than 9, but yeah. Last year we made up 9 maps Condry. Are we really gonna have to make up 11 maps Vondi? Like, come on, man. Seriously. However, I do want to note that this once again is so. If this is true, once again it's better than 9 maps, but it's still tragic. That is why I think the #1 reason why COD World War II had a mountain, an absolute tower of hype, but fell to new lows, was because it launched with 9 multiplayer maps. You know, having 9 or 11 multiplayer maps in a COD multiplayer is like trying to headbutt a rhino. It's like trying to yeet without yeeting. Like, it's you can do that, man. You can do that. So here is all the 7 maps, all the 7 new maps which we know about, and we haven't played Arsenal yet. But out of the maps, I really like Contraband and Hacienda, and apart from that, like, they're kind of okay, or like, yeah, like 6, 7 out of 10 rated maps. And even the maps I named, which I really like, I don't think there's any of them which are like golden or god tier maps, you know, like Terminal, Favela, High Rise, Raid, Standoff, you know, stuff like that. There's not one of those maps which is a golden god tier map. I mean, yes, there is for 4 returning maps from previous Treyarch games, which are really good, but they're not new god tier maps. And yes, I get it, there is 4 zombies maps, maybe 2 per DLC. There's the Blackout map, and that's a lot. That is a lot, but once again, that cannot take away from the main multiplayer maps. Just like, you know, you can't say, oh, World War II was okay because there was for war maps. Yes, but you cannot play domination on them. You know, I can't go in multiplayer, play team deathmatch or domination on Blood of the Dead. I can't do that on the Blackout map. You know, it's you can't trade those out. So if that is truly what's going on here, if there are 11 maps, 7 new maps, it's kind of worrying. I don't think it's going to be as tragic as 9 maps, but once again, I think that's the biggest deal, the biggest reason even why World War II did a dead. And once again, yes, there's going to be Nuketown for free, and there's going to be more free multiplayer maps coming out afterwards, but once again, that's afterwards, that's not at launch. You know, I've been playing Modern Warfare 2 recently because it's backwards compatible, and man, like, the game's not perfect by any means, but and also there are some tragic maps, but there are some also really, really, really good maps that make the game. Like, you cannot underestimate how important maps are. And then one final bad point about this whole bad news is that, once again, I've said this previously, that I was hoping there would be a ton of maps and a ton of different maps, you know, different sizes, different designs, but pretty much all the maps are the same size and the same design. Like, it's not exactly copy and pasted, but extremely similar maps. So I don't know what to think. I hope we are wrong. I hope Vonderhaar messed up somewhere there, and I hope when people get their early copies in a few weeks, we see that there are 16, 17 maps with some god tier map design. Anyway, lads, stay spicy, and I'll see you in the next one. Let's get some good news, boys.